Hello everybody, this is your boy the Almighty. I want to bring you this video, and this video is not an impressive one. According to Adam Schefter, we have lost the Kobe Dean to the Las Vegas Raiders on a 3-year contract. I want to say it's like I think it's 40 some. I think it's 40 point some million. I think that's what it was, and he's gonna get like 28 to 20 to 30 million. Guaranteed. And I'm not exactly sure what the situation was with that, but Harry Roseman allowed him to walk the free agency market. They told him to check the market and see what he'll get. If he like it, he'll sign. So apparently, the Eagles are probably not going to give him the money that he asked for, because 20 to 30 million, that's guaranteed. That's a lot of money. That's the money the Eagles can't even afford to give to a linebacker, who's a second round pick. But the guy had done real well for the Eagles. And he did have an injury during the Super Bowl year, but he came back. And strong. Came back real strong and played. I thought the Eagles would have. I want the Eagles to franchise tag him. That's what I wanted the Eagles to do. I want them to franchise tag him and keep him there for at least another year to see how well he would play without going injured. Playing, and see what would happen. The Eagles didn't do that. That would have been the smart thing to do. Give him the franchise, let him play under that 1 year deal, or they could have tendered him a third and a fourth round pick. They could have tendered him, but they didn't. They didn't give him a tag, and they didn't tender him. So I don't know exactly sure what going on in Harry Roseman's mind and what he was thinking to let him walk. Because now you just let a guy who has made a major impact 3 of the last 4 years he's been with the Philadelphia Eagles. You let him go. That was I don't know if a lot of those Eagle fans were thinking that he was going to go, but they did allow him to walk and test the market. And that market wound up being costly for the Philadelphia Eagles. Now he's going to the Raiders and on a very high expensive contract, a contract he's going to have to live on, because when you get 30 million contract, signing bonus, that's a lot of money. You got to stay pre-injury and play at least one season of that. If he can play one season of that contract, then majority of that money guaranteed to him. But like I said, we don't know how it's going to work out with Kobe Dean. We don't know. But the Raiders have spent the most money in free agency already. They spent up to I think it was like 300 and some million already. They don't sign six players, and the highest player wound up costing them 100 million. One player, and everybody else 50 million, 40 million, 30 million, 20 million on down. They signed the most guys, put out the most money, because the Raiders were the number one team to have the highest salary cap space this year, and behind them was the Baltimore Ravens. They were second behind, and then third behind them, hate to say it, the hated Cowboys. They had a lot of salary cap space too. So a lot of us Eagle fans are glad that the Kobe Dean is not with the Cowboys, because the Cowboys weren't going to chase him. They were going to chase him. I'm glad he didn't go to the Cowboys, because that would have been a very disturbing thought had he went to the Cowboys. And then, not to mention that, we lost Jaden Phillips. Jaden Phillips has signed a 4-year, $120 million with the Carolina Panthers. 60 of that is guaranteed. He's going to make $30 million for the next 4 years. $30 million. He's way out of Howard Roseman's situation. And from what I was told, High Road was trying to re-sign him. So apparently between the money he was given, they said High Road was offering $20 million a year. They wanted to give $20 million a year, probably 21 at least. But this man got $30 million. He got $9 million more, or $10 million more than what High Roseman was going to offer. So now we got to find ourselves another edge. We got to get a couple of linebackers to replace the production that the Kobe Dean has left behind. We got to get another corner too. So the Eagles, and then we got to get another offensive lineman. So the Eagles have not signed anybody yet other than Jordan Davis, who they signed to a 3-year, $78 million, $60 million of that guaranteed, and that makes him the highest paid defensive tackle in the league. Situation going now with Jaden Carter. We know we're going over Carter. They say Carter was being viewed as trade bait. So I don't think Carter's going nowhere. I think the Eagles are pushing Carter to see what he can do in the weight rooms, get himself in better shape, because last year Carter was out of shape half of the season. With two bummed out shoulders. But actually he had one bummed out shoulder and he rested, and then got back into the game and hurt the other shoulder. So I think he had 2 shoulder surgeries. And he rested 4 games and came back and did good, but not the Jalen Carter we used to seeing the last 3 seasons. So I don't think Carter's going nowhere. I think they just pushing him. The same could be said also for A.J. Brown. The A.J. Brown situation is way more difficult than anybody can imagine, because this is a guy who a lot of people were thinking that he don't want to be here. And at first we all thought that. But that wasn't how it became what it was. He wanted a break from the game. He got his break for in the off season, and he looked he looks fresher than he did the year and a half that he was with the Eagles. The year and a half with the Eagles, he looked fresher. He looked the same AJ from the first year we got him to the second year we got him. You know what I'm saying? He looked like the old AJ, but I'm not exactly sure what's going to happen with A.J. Brown. I'm not exactly sure. I hope we can't trade him because of the big $40 million salary cap hit that's going to cost the Eagles this year. But $20 million after June 1st. So these just estimate numbers, but this is what I've seen and what I've heard. So the Eagles got a lot of drama this offseason, a lot of drama, and I pray hope this drama comes to an end before before the NFL draft. NFL draft next month, so all this drama needs to come to an end before, so we can be on a hush hush with this A.J. Brown situation and Jalen Carter. So that's the news that I want to bring you guys. Hope you guys enjoy your Monday morning. I'm morning. Monday afternoon, Monday evening, wherever you are in the country. This is just not looking like the High Roseman that we know. It's really not, because you let 2 key guys go off your defense. I mean, Jaden Phillips, I understand. But the Kobe, you could have made a play for no Kobe Dean by signing the Kobe Dean on a 1-year basis. Maybe a 1-year, $15 million contract. He probably would have taken that. 1 year, $15 million. He probably could take the $15 million up to $16 million and 16 or 17 million gross pay. They could have said to make to a 1-year deal, or they could have tendered him a 3rd and a 4th round pick. They refused that. I don't know what's going on with the Philadelphia Eagles and getting these guys franchise tagged. You know what I'm saying? You could have kept the Kobe Dean. I'd rather you keep the Kobe Dean than Jaden Phillips, because Jaden Phillips was going to be expensive anyway. He was going to be expensive anyway. No doubt about that. But the Kobe Dean was a guy you should have kept. Should have kept the Kobe Dean. Now we got. I mean, even though we did drafted Jahar Campbell in last year's NFL draft, he did real well until the COVID Dean got back here and he want to play in the backup role. So now Jahar Campbell can go take over the full role this coming year, and we'll see what happens with Jahar Campbell. We'll see what happens there. But the Eagles do need some backup help at the linebacker position because the Eagles will lose a lot of guys on the defense side of football anyway. So we do need linebacker help. We're going to need an edge rusher help. We're going to need probably another guy in the middle of our defense help. We're going to need safety help, even though we do got Makuba. Makuba situation is different. This guy here played. He played in his the preseason campaign, got hurt and came back later in the season and got hurt again. So Makuba is a situation that the Eagles need to keep an eye on because we do need a safety. And I'm hearing that the Eagles are looking at this guy from Toledo who is Quinn Michaels' teammate. The Eagles could draft him in the round. We go be in with the first round or get him in the second round. I think this guy. He's a 6'3" safety. He's a big safety who can play outside and inside. So that's what the Eagles could be looking at in this coming draft. Or do they go offensive tackle, which is more of a glaring need, or are they gonna go another edge rusher? Because we got 1 first round, a second round, 2 third rounds, 2 fourth, 2 fifths, and I think we got 1 6th, I believe. But so we'll see what happens in the draft, y'all. But this is a lot. It's a lot to handle already. We haven't signed no one impact so far. So we'll see what happens there. This is your boy, the Almighty One. I'm out of here. Peace.